小さな鋼ガニってひっくり返ったら自力では起き上がれないのか。起き上がる面白いな。
I thank you for arranging for me a place of respite. Alas, I'm afraid I cannot make.
My horns might pose a threat to furniture.
What assessment would you like from me?
Ooh, I love this icy modern feel.
拝借してきた
休憩ですか？
The soundproofing here should be decent.
Mi sembra di aver visto un'ombra rossa.
这间屋子是你布置的吗？不，没什么。行走江湖，没那么多讲究。
Products received.
You have changed greatly, Doctor.
你好，我是城邦水道清理人，代号清流。今后贵贱的用水卫生安全，就请放心交给我。啊，这是我从老家带来的腌菜，大家都可以尝尝。ビーグルって言います。まあ採用テストはギリギリでしたけど、見習いとして。
お客様、私に最高の笑顔を見せてくれませんか。この私がいる限り、幸せという名の贈り物が絶えずあなたの元に届きますよ。ミッドナイト。
メランサです。この刃、あなたのために振るわせてください。
Let's see if this gets working. Oh fuck. Wait, yes, there's my mic. Okay, there it is. Hello? There might be a lot of lag. I'm hoping that things will kinda even out. I'm like trying to figure if it's better if I should fucking stop and restart, but I think this is I might just keep going because fuck it. But yeah, it has been a while. Hello, Boost. Good luck with the EX stages. Hello, Ivy. Hello, Koran. Good to see you. I hope you are all doing well. I am so fucking tired. Oh my god. I am so fucking tired. Oh shit. That reminds me. Okay, let me, tits might be down, because I was trying to do the authentication and it was freezing up. And things were not loading, and I was like, God fucking damn it, because I really wanted to get going, and so, let me, turn off some of those, my bad. Yeah, I want this, but I'm, yeah. Give me a sec. I should honestly, with the amount that this, like, doesn't work. Hold on. I'm gonna put this back into rewards queue so that I can fucking refund it if I do this on accident. Anyways, I think, I am so sorry. You did. Micah for scam. Anyways, let me pause this. Pause this. Yes. And then I honestly should just put them in here and then do the... There we go. Save that. Where is this? Pause. Okay. Then you can skip queue and I'll turn that off. Okay. Anyways, yeah. So, what am I doing? The 442 situation is crazy. Yeah. I love when people do, like, when people use the emote names to say stupid shit. Like, I always think of, like, Prolo 1 scam or Prolo 1 Steam controller moment or things like that, because we have that as a joker. Like, I know another friend who has, like, Imaika 1 sip for their, for his sip redeem. Anyways, yeah, so what am I doing here? Dailies, yeah, anyways, it's been, y'all, it's been. I'm doing okay, though. I'm just having to spend a lot more time with work stuff, and actual taking care of helping, you know, helping my scientists take care of life stuff, which is, you know, a pain in the ass. But I have been, I've been wanting to do this for a while, because, oh my god, Catherine. Oh my god, Catherine. Oh my god. I've been... She's one of the ones who I've been waiting for, who I've been saving, what's it called? An instant E2 for. Let's see. Oh, right. I forgot we have a bunch of new shit up in here. Right. But I don't think there was anything new that I really wanted. Then I have a whole bunch of... I have the things here because I wanted to listen to everyone's new EN voices. Because I know there's a few. Her ENVA? God, I need to hear it. What am I fucking doing? Oh yeah, so right, we have... Oh right! Oh right! Elysium! Right. I wanted to save some of these because, like, Elysium's ENVA, I hear they did the Spanish. I hear it's good. I'm so used to JP, so... Well, see, then again, I don't know what's going on, or... Well, I mean, I assume that when the change hits from CN to global, it'll change. But I did want to hear this. Let me know if all the audio is alright.
3rd Combat Squad, Bunker and Communications Specialist Elysium reporting in. We've always communicated through electronic means. I do believe this is our first time speaking face-to-face, Doctor.
Okay, that is really good.
Feel free to assign any work to me. I have a lot of experience as a second-in-command.
This is really good.
This communicator transmits signals over long distances.
This is really good.
It's a powerful tool for keeping teams in touch. My arts even amplify the signal, ensuring that communication between teams goes unimpeded. Honestly, battlefield communication is a job that was practically made for me.
Okay, the delivery on that line, 10 out of 10. That's good stuff.
Lost? No worries. Tell me where you are.
Oh, I cannot wait. Oh, I like this one!
To get there, first go up the stairs on the left until you reach the 4th floor. Then turn right, and after passing the 3rd fork, make a left. Go down a floor, then proceed to your left. It's directly across from closure number 3 engineering room. How's that? Aren't my instructions clear and concise?
That's a good one! That's one that I did hear before. Oh, that's a good... God, I like that one.
Thors and I have reached an agreement.
Oh my god, this
Next
dumb
time,
fuck.
neither of us will hold back, and the victor will be crowned.
Oh, that's a good
I'll
delivery
be sure
there.
to defeat him by a landslide. Okay? Rose Island has an explicit ban on personal fights? You misunderstand.
Oh, this is
I'm only
good.
talking about chess. Loser has to shave his head. What say you to this bet?
Oh, that's really fucking good. Oh, that's really fucking good. Okay, yeah. So I was waiting on hearing a bunch of the voice lines because I wanted to listen to these with y'all. Holy shit, that one's good. That talk, that's a good one. That's a really good one.
Doctor, you came right on time. Actually, there's something
His boyfriend
bothering me.
mentioned real.
Why does everyone prefer looking at a map over asking me for directions? The captain says my glib tone gets some people's nerves. But that can be. I always treat everyone with perfect kindness. Wouldn't you agree?
Oh my god, this dumb fuck.
On the battlefield, few things are more important than morale.
Hello,
You see this banner?
Orange!
As a vanguard, just lifting it is
Good
enough
to
to
see
fill
you! I
everyone
hope
with
you're doing
courage.
well. It has been a while. I hope you're doing
Wait, Doctor,
alright.
You didn't seriously believe that, did you?
Dumbass
I was
fuck.
just
Oh my
joking.
god,
thing's
this
actually a
idiot. I love
communication
him.
device. Doctor, you've earned my trust. There's no need to
Wait,
be
this
so
is also
humble.
a good one.
I know I'm a good judge of character. How about I
Oh
call you
my
my comrade in
God.
arms from now on? My captain and I used to be like oil and water, but look at us now. I believe that, much like her, you will eventually be moved by my sincerity. No? The captain sent you a letter complaining about me? En serio?
Okay, that's a good one. That's a good one. Oh man, that's a good Holy shit, okay. God, I love this. I gotta say, they've been really doing it they've been doing a great job with the VAs. My job, okay, well, thankfully, it's been a bit, thankfully, it's been a bit more chill because, oh my god, so part of the reason why I haven't been able to stream as much is because we finally hired a new person, thank fucking god. Oh my god, I swear. It was a pain in the ass trying to fight for that. But, yeah, so we finally hired a new person, which is all well and good, because that means we get to, I get to, like, ease up on shit, and I don't have to do OT all the time. Unfortunately, I've been training the new person, so I've gotten home and I'm like, I cannot stream, I am dying. So that's part of the reason why I've been, like, so out of it. But I had to, I mean, I had to get back on in time for Catherine. I was just about to go listen to the battle lines and see the delivery on them.
Doctor, the files over here are... Already asleep? Well, even if it's just me, you really shouldn't let your guard down like that.
But yeah, these voice lines are really good.
Of course, I love to. Don't worry, I'm just a stand-in. The captain's not here right now, after all.
Okay.
Let's go then. Everyone, follow the route I drafted.
Oh boy, directions.
Check your headsets, people.
Okay, I actually like that one because it sounds like he's making so light of this, and I do like that. Hello, Wendy. Good to see you.
No problem. Signal stable. Ready for action.
I actually like those a lot because it sounds like he's saying it. Like, you know how he was just saying with the glib tone? Writing more, but it's more like a draft than a... Hey! Making a draft is good. You always gotta start with a draft. You can always do your organizing, your making into chapters, you're setting things up later. It's better to get things down on paper, or, you know, get things typed out. Better to have more written, and then you can always move around and cut as needed.
I wonder who their target will be. Gather under this banner in the name of the Lord. I've always wanted to try saying that.
Okay, a little odd inflection, but I like the emphasis on it. I like that. Funny enough, how Benny, we were just talking about with Benny reading through Guide Ahead, and Benny reading Raquel's line as if every word is spoken with a like as if the word was capitalized. That gives me that vibes on this line, and I feel that fits.
Gather under this banner in the name of the Lord. I've always wanted to try saying that. Sorry, but I'm really not religious. Who would use a flag as a weapon on the battlefield?
That's a good one. That's the one I can see like the inflection being a little odd, but I'm willing to overlook that. In that probably sounds, depending on your accent, you put inflection on different things.
Now we'll see them. Let's get this done quick.
I like 2, I like 1. I like these deployment lines, and I like the selecting operator ones, but yeah. Oh man, it's gonna be...
Great teamwork. Give me 5. This just confirms it. We really do make the best partners. If they lost their fighting spirit, they're not our enemies anymore. Let's stop here. It's too dangerous. I'll be the last line of defense. Doctor, please give the order to retreat.
It does sound like he's saying it mid-attack, which is, I mean, the same way that Morikubo, the same way that he delivers it, too. Oh man, I may go back and forth. Plus, I may go back and forth. Plus, because I want to listen to Morikubo while I still can, you know. But yeah.
Sorry, but I'm really not religious. Now we'll see them. Let's get this done quick.
Yeah, 3 and 4 definitely aren't like the best. 1 and 2 I think are decent though. 2 they has the vibe. It does have the right vibe.
Hey, what's up? I've heard that if this tuft of red hair on
Oh
my head
my
falls
god.
out, it will never grow back. This is a very serious problem, Doctor.
Oh my god, this dumbass. Yeah, He did do a good job. I expect the out of combat lines, those are 10 out of 10. These are really good. Yeah, I gotta think about it. I do really like Morikubo, but this is very good. Let's see. Oh, I did want to listen to Flint's. I'm curious how hers sounds.
We meet again, huh? I'm the tallest, strongest warrior of my tribe, Flint. I hear you've got a lot of strong people around here. Great. I'll challenge them one by one. Oh, right. Do you know where I can find Chief Blaze? File management? Alright then. Teach me how. Okay. Sort them first. Like this? Then put them in order by date. I heard a lot about Gavial. Like how she can crush a rock with her abs and tear a raging beast apart with one hand. Is she actually that strong? Stronger than Chief Blaze? Your friend said if I get treatment from Gavial, I'll know firsthand how strong she is. It's worth a try. Huh? Doctor, why are you stopping me?
In comparison to like... I do think...
ここには強いやつがたくさんいるのだろう。悪くない。片っ端から挑戦させてもらう。そうだ。ブレイズのお頭はどこにいるか知っているか？
So, like, as compared to her EN, they do have the same kind of quiet voice to it. I am... Well, then again, like, as Sargonian... Eki doesn't fucking know what it... They don't... I would have liked to have more reference as to, like, what country or what they're referencing with Sargon.
File management? Some of the people here. Don't you think they're a little too tall? No, I don't care. Not actually. How
the
tall
softness...
you are and how strong you are don't relate. I just need to bring every last one of them down.
She's like a little bit too flat, too serious. I mean, cause see, in here, it's like soft-spoken, but very serious. Yeah, but yeah, exactly. The soft around the edges. She's very serious, but she's soft-spoken about it. Versus in here, it's hitting more of the seriousness without the soft-spokenness. Agree, definitely, yeah, I agree with that. I'm more used to her JP voice. But yeah, it's good, but it's not, like, amazing, yeah. Good way to put it. Alright, let's hear Susuro.
Susuro, medic, reporting in with a little reminder for the doctor. Now, I understand you have a lot on your plate. And even if they say a doctor makes the worst patient, you need to follow our advice. Time for a break, doctor. Just how long have you been sitting at a table like that?
Oh, this is so real.
Get up and go stretch out a little. Yes, I mean now.
Okay, I do like it for that delivery alone.
It is my duty to perform regular checkups on oropathy patients. Some are personable enough, but a few are hard to communicate with.
That is true, Orange.
It's not the first time, though, so worry not. They will understand how vital a doctor is to them. You know what an amnesia patient should pay attention to, Doctor? Don't work yourself into the ground. Work and relaxation are equally important.
She did nail the concerned doctor tone. It's nothing, I don't think it's anything special, but like, she's nailed the tone. And that's it. She has the tone is on point right there.
The advancement of medicine is a lesson taught by none other than the cruelty of war and disasters. A lesson we medical workers learn through pain and suffering. But it's a fact I figured out long ago. As long as I can help my patients get their lives back, I'm ready to face the fact. Here's a pen. How did I know you wanted it? Well, I've been working with you for a while now. Isn't it natural I picked up on it?
Oh, I like the little bit of spunk in that one.
I'm still far below the level of silence and shining. But that doesn't mean I can't overcome an obstacle when I see one before me. Otherwise, how can I measure up to your confidence in me?
This is a good one. It's solid. Very solid.
The sun's good on the deck, and the wind's just fine. Oh? No, I'm not slacking off. It's just... I'm feeling swamped right now, like you occasionally do, Doctor. So, anything bothering you? Keep it as a whisper if it's easier for you this way. I'm listening.
Do you like Susuro Ien normal, but JP is... Yeah, I should listen to the combat ones. Also, hello, Dust. Good to see you. Good to see you. We are, warming up since it's been a while since I've been here, and listening through a bunch of the Ien voice lines, because I was saving it. I gotta say, like, Elysium's, talk lines are pretty good.
Don't worry. You'll be okay in no time. Don't concern yourself with fighting, you're still wounded! Listen to the doctor! Scream if you're in pain, don't hold it in!
Yeah, as compared to the urgent... Yeah, no, I see what you mean.
大丈夫。すぐ治るから。戦いだけに気を取られないで。怪我してるよ。
Yeah, that one especially.
医者の言葉はしっかり聞いて。痛かったら声を上げてもいいよ。我慢しないで。
Definitely they get the soft-spoken but urgent here. They aren't bad though. It's definitely very solid. I have to say I laughed at the assistant one. I might keep it. See, the thing is with Susuro, I might be too used to hearing her Ien for the onboarding
医
line
療オペレーターのススーロです
because of
ド
recruitment.
クターは各方面に精通していてオペレーターたちの指導者って聞いたけど
But so we'll have to see if I end up changing it back. But I did
Time
laugh.
for a break, Doctor. Just how long have you been sitting at a table like that? Get up and go stretch out a little. Yes, I mean now.
That's that one's good. That one's really good. I'll leave it for a bit and we'll see how I feel about it, or if I get too thrown off. And for you, I'm probably gonna keep her on JP, but I am curious how they deliver the EN, or Matoimaru.
Matoimaru, here to join Rhodes Island. My blade is at your command, Doctor. Doctor, you gotta be hungry. Try some of my onigiri. They're great. I've got a lot of hobbies. Martial arts sparring, soccer, oh, and ikebana. Some took me as a warrior with more brawn than brains. And I'd say they're the ones who's got a fat head.
Okay, I do like the delivery.
My race eats other races? That's some old crap. Who told you that? Those cowards. Cooking up this knot. I'm born with this self-healing body. Even if I take a few cuts in the fight, the wounds will close back up in no time.
I like the glee in her voice.
Doctor! Rhodes Island's got a soccer tournament. Come on, let's
Oh
sign
my
up together.
God.
No need to think twice. Just put me in your team, and it's in the bag. You're better
I
working
like
your
the
brain
very
elsewhere.
slight accent.
Like a cool victory pose. You don't even recognize me on the battlefield?
Oh, this is
I
good.
just start cutting through enemies with a face as cold as my blade? Wow! Sounds hella badass! Wish I could watch myself.
Oh,
out
I love
there.
her. I love her.
I got this problem where I kinda end up breaking stuff. So I'm working with my ikebana teacher to control my strength. Besides, getting surrounded by all those pretty flowers makes me real happy. Strategy? Not really my forte. Hey! No falling asleep, Doctor! I need a listen or I'm gonna die of boredom!
It is good.
I'm over here! Just how long until it's my turn? Love that battlefield smell. Make 'em shake in their boots. Standing up to me? Ballsy! Ready to meet your demise?
I do like how gleeful
My
she is
blade
about it.
shall rip you and your toy to ribbons. You end here.
But I think I'm too used to JP though, and I do like that better, yeah.
まといまる、ロドスに参上だ。戦いはすべて我が輩に任せて。ドクター、このまといまるを相手にしようとは、いい度胸だな。
I am gonna stick with JP though. But yeah, good stuff. And then you guys are, oh fuck, we have Bard I kind of forgot. Wow, I forgot. Huh. Oh right, you get the, right, I forgot we got the Bard. Okay. And then, yeah, I remembered you because we have the Paradox Sim. And I think, Baseline also has Paradox Sim? Yeah, he does. Cool. Alright, but yeah, I wanted to go through because I wanted to, listen to a bunch of the Ian voices with y'all. Anyways, God, it's been a while. Oh fuck, I still haven't done these. Lol, Lamau. I really should. But I've been busy and oh well. I also need to finish this so I can actually fucking play IS off stream because we were working on a chat helps me play IS3, I'm sorry, IS5 ending 3 run. We'll see. Hello, Shadowclaw! Good to see you! We, have 6 days on, an event that oh crap, we have an intro to this one. Okay guys, hold on. I'm not looking. that's my mic. I just forgot. I was saying we're gonna close this up real quick, because, I forgot, I wanted to replay the, I wanted to play the thing when I go back in. But I think when I reopen the game, I think I can actually open it and it won't show my email. I'm just gonna do this real quick just to make sure. Oh yeah, I hear Catherine's is really good. But yeah, so, honestly, I was planning to do this earlier so that I could grind out more stuff in the event, but I was like, no, I want to, use this as incentive to try and get myself to read through. Anyway, so what we're doing, Shadowclaw, is we are, going through, yeah, a whole bunch of the story that, interesting, mine didn't show it at, or, yeah, it just shows it, like, at the top of the screen, right? Anyways, yeah, so right now, I have, like, 3 chapters of story that I've been trying to go through, to catch up, but, have just not been because I've been interested in the other stuff going on more than the main story, or getting obsessed with other things like, oh my god, guys, I should stream Rain World. I should stream Rain World some more, so that you guys can see how fucking bad at it I am, and how many mods I have on there to help me. Anyways, part of the reason why I didn't stream this event and I didn't stream Vector Breakthrough when they first came out was because, Rain World, the Watcher DLC came out, and I went, and I really liked it. I hate platformers. I hate platforming, but I like a lot of platformer games, just because of, like, the vibes, and other stuff, and also the lore. Oh my god, the lore in Rain World is crazy. Anyways, I'm extremely normal about one of the characters introduced in the Rain World Watcher DLC. I'm extremely normal about them, which is why I was kind of obsessed with that for a bit, and not streaming, because I was like, shit, I should stream Arknights because I have so much to do, but the Watcher calls to me. but I need to see more of Redacted. I did play Hollow Knight, and I do randomizers on Hollow Knight too. See, the thing is, I like the fighting more than the platforming, and even in Rain World, I like escaping shit, and I do like fighting shit with my wiggly movement, which is why I really liked Artificer. Artificer is probably my favorite cat, because of that. And I also like maps. I love maps. I love cartography. I absolutely love it. So that's why, I go through and explore the world like crazy, because, yeah. Hollow Knight also has a magnificent map. Hello, gang! Good to see you, good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Gonna be lurking, alrighty. So, I have the story, I have the story reader pulled up on my phone, and let's see what we were going through here. Let's see, we saw explosion. Oh, I heard rip. Right. The airship fired. Reunion. Right, I forgot about Reunion was showing up here. Yeah, but Arknights will be here, but, well, okay, it is an intermezzo, so we'll be able to deal with that. Then we saw a bunch of we saw, like, some of the dukes, like the Duke of Windermere and all that shit. Let's see. Right, Norbert, did they misspell that? Isn't it Norport? Oh, fuck, Watchstreak, hey, yo, gay? Yeah, isn't it Norport? Isn't it in Norport? Lamau? Anyways, right, and we met a bunch of the gang, like, oh fuck, I forget all their names. Baird and, the fucking punk-ass dude, and they were in, oh my god, they were in the place with that shit-ass fucking name. Oh my god, the name that took me completely off guard. Hello, Klotzkop. Kador, that was it. And then Molly, right, Golding and Molly, Golding and Molly, and then, but Molly is Damatzi, assumed it was another place, Lamau. Yeah, so I have Story Reader pulled up, like, on my phone to kind of, to look back on stuff and look back on specific lines if needed, but, Zero Autistic Bias when Deltarune Chapter 3. Yeah, no, like, yeah, exactly. Like, oh, see, here! Look, they spell it as Norport here! Oh, man, 10 out of 10. Thank you, Arknights. Thank you, Yostar. Oh, man. Oh, right. Right, so Siege returned to Norport. Right. I forgot she was going to Norport. With your month 1, good luck. Internal strife, blah. Base is under assault. Right. And then, but yes, because we were being attacked because they found our secret, tunnel because Molly and Golding, right? They found the Self-Salvation Quartz tunnel because of Molly and Golding was super, like, fucked about that. Yes, plunges into a crisis because of Golding's mistake. Yes, and Leto, yeah, because she had this whole fuckery with Leto because she was, like, self-doubt and all that bullshit. Oh my god, I forgot about the fucking Trilby Asher and Caster. When am I gonna fight that bitch? I know we're gonna fight that bitch, because the fucking Trilby Asher, shows up in fucking Reclamation Algorithm and also IS5, but the Secret Tunnel! God! Oh my god. That's in my head because of the Secret Tunnel is in my fucking head because of another Rain World thing. Oh, right, I forgot Inez shows up. Right, and then Logos confronted the cluster, because she was disguised as Molly. Yeah. And then Norport was super fucky. Gonna use Silver Ash to beat casters. Guys, I keep thinking about this fucking post that I said, this fucking post I saw, that someone was like, all of Siege's problems in the current event would be solved if they took Silver Ash and let him loose in Parliament. He would have so much fun negotiating with the Dukes. It's enrichment to him. And I love that. I absolutely love that. He would. It's enrichment to him. God. Right. Feist and his group organized, right, but then they were betrayed, right? Yeah. Fully trust the Trilby Asher, they have no choice but to cooperate with him. The Damatzi cluster shows Golding the harsh truth. Right, because Golding was all like, oh fuck, because Molly was disguised and that was like breaking her. And then I remember they got betrayed by the other Self-Salvation Corps members. And then he is a board house. Yes, exactly. It's like the post about the tiger enrichment and finding enrichment for yourself. You need to find what your pumpkin filled with meat is to put in your house to give yourself mental enrichment. Anyways, yes, betrayed by the factory worlds. He would have so much fun fucking with. Yes, exactly. Oh, right. I forgot about Catherine being held hostage. Right. and Clavisia has disappeared. Clavisia is interesting in that she's a foil to Amiya, but I remember fucking nothing about her. Part of the reason why I think I haven't been as interested, oh, and there was no after here, is because there's a bunch of characters who I'm like, you're really cool, but I also, like, in terms of what you're doing for the story and thematically, I am feeling nothing. Anyways, okay, I just realized that now that more people are here, I forgot to do the important thing of actually fucking pulling for Bina. Let's just see what I get in the 10 rolls. Let's see what I get. Oh my god. Guys, I was about to hit the skip button. Guys, I was about to hit the skip button. I was gonna pull the front that was and hit the skip button and get Inez on the first pull. I guess let's see what's going on. Alright. I wasn't going to be fussed if I got her or not, but okay! Alright. Well, okay, but like I want bobbing. For the sake of ritualist. That... Alright. Let me go through a few more just to see. Okay. Well, that, literal first pull. Actual first pull. I didn't, okay. I thought I broke my 6-star streak because I got a golden glow pot off this and was like, oh well. Took you 150 pull. Rip. I'm probably gonna go up to like 10. Then we'll see because bobbing is added to the regular pool.
I'm Vanilla, trainee operator from Black.
If I do not get him, I might pull more off stream. I might not. I'm not too pressed. Everyone you've seen trying for bobbing suffered. Lamau. Yeah, that's what I honestly, I figured it. I was gotta break the cycle. We'll see. Considering how I've gotten all fucking 3 stars, I don't know about that, homie. I don't know about breaking the cycle. We'll go up to 10 points. Gonna skip laptop. For third, that's so valid. That's absolutely valid. I need her so bad. She's my favorite. She was. I told you all. I've told the story before how like I pulled Lapland as like my first well, actually no, sorry. I pulled Silver Ash as my first 6-star, and then like 2 pulls later I pulled Lapland and was like, holy shit, homicidal wolf lesbian. And then Silver Ash got benched. I do really like him, but I was just like, holy shit. Alright, well, that was an interesting whatever happens because it happened. What do you even do? I realized I honestly haven't really paid that much attention. True damage to all surrounding ground enemies. Okay, that's nice. So it's a pseudo AoE. Oh, nice. You have an increase. Yeah, I really should. The funniest thing is that, like, I literally, like, in those first few years, I would borrow other friends' Silver Ashes because, you know, especially in the early years, like, everyone would have him up because he was the meta. And then I went ahead and I, you know, E2'd, and like, you know, so it's like, I clearly did use him. And I was like, you know, it would be good if I actually E2'd him. And then I fucking E2'd Frostleaf and Irene and Thorns and Lapland and yep, and then I got Inez for invisibility, and then I got Scene for invisibility, and I was like, okay. I still wonder what she would have been like as a Crusher. Okay, what was this? Oh, passive effect, 2 or more friendly units. Oh, okay, so she's a clusterer. Automatic activation, attack range. Okay, so that she's got an infinite skill. Okay. Okay. That makes sense. So attack range +1, attack target count +1. So it's an infinite skill, and her whole thing is being clustered. Okay. And then I'm actually gonna pull up on my phone to see what her S3 is because I'm just will I actually use her? I probably won't.
Can't help feeling the itch. I might go and file for time off with Parliament.
Hello, you. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. We got Vina on our very first pull, and I was honestly kind of looking for bobbing, and we did 10 more pulls, and we did not get bobbing, so I'm like, whatever, I'll find out.
Told how heavy glory weighs.
Damn.
I came out knowing.
Damn. Still trying to eat to her, but you have no LMD. Rip. Yeah, so because she's very cool. I'm probably not going to use her, so she gets the E1 level 25 treatment. What does this do? Oh, you have Frighten! That's nice, but only for the first time. Boost? Boost, I got her on the first pull. 1. 1. Oh, right, and then the Golden Vows are the Lions. Talent range. Yeah, 1 to get Vina. No, I got 11 in total, because I did 1 to get Vina and then an additional 10. So, 1 to get Vina, 11 in total. When skill is active, can attack enemies being blocked by friendly units in Talent 1's range. Oh, so she can attack anyone within those 8. That's nice. Attack +1. Okay, typical attack increase. 2 attacks, attack interval, attacks deal true damage. Okay, so you're a true damage dealer. Alright. Well. You are getting our normal, E1 level 25 skill 7. Nah, we're gonna set this as default, cause the infinite time skill. Cool. Yeah, so I would like to have bobbing for the sake of, Ritualist, but he's being added to main pull, so I'm not too fussed. Alright, anyway, so we fucking have her now, I guess. So, alright, what are we doing? So, right, we went through our little recap of what was going on here, and we had Feist being betrayed, right? Let me glance at this story one more time. We had the Self-Salvation Corps, yeah, betrayed by the factory workers, Catherine held hostage, and then I didn't remember jack shit about what happened to Clavisia. But apparently she disappeared, and yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't remember shit. So, I'm just actually gonna pull up the, what was that, 12.5 before? I'm gonna pull up the story reader just to skim over it, Yes, they're looking at that. Yes, they saw the passageways. The uncle, there was the whole factory worker. Right, we had Baird and Kador talking about the Sarkaz and the transport and Norport being bad, and that was about it. Alright. What do we have this? Sounds of Campfire. Allies have greatly reduced cost limit. Fuck off. Attack speed and movement speed. Some enemies are different. I love doing adverse first and seeing some enemies are different. That doesn't help me for shit. That tells me absolutely nothing about the stage. Awesome. It has been a while. I have skimmed over the stuff. I skimmed over it a while back in preparation for this, and then didn't, read it. But also, I remember while doing it, I was like, because I honestly, I feel like even if I had read it recently, I wouldn't have. Colavisia has not stood out that much to me, to be completely honest. She is cool, yes, but she has definitely not stood out to me. Okay, what the fuck team were we even using here? What were we even doing here with the story? Honestly, we probably were running, Siege, and I guess we'll bring, Vina because we have her now. Oh crap. Hold on. My emulator just full screened itself. Wait. Wait, I've never hit this button on it before. What did that... What did... F11? Okay, F11 did it, okay. Yeah, no, chapter 10, I was like kinda meh. And then chapter 11 was, I'm not gonna lie, I was slogging through that. I read it purely because it came out right before read, so I read it to catch up to that. And then I was like, okay, now I'm ready for, chapter 12, but then 11 was such a slog that I never continued, after reading Read Event. So, yeah. I have heard that it picks up a lot. 11 was carried by the heavy gushing. Yeah, it was a lot of build-up. They've been doing a lot of build-up. Where the fuck else are... There we go. Dagda... Bro, I don't remember shit about this. What else did I bring in here? Scylla? We could bring in Scylla. The Glasgow gang, and oh fuck, Indra, who I always wanted to level up and then never did. Where the fuck is everyone? Where the fuck is everyone here? There you are. We'll bring Reed, because Reed. We'll bring Vendella. Oh my god, there's a lot of stuff going on with chapter 15. There is, boy oh boy have I heard some things. The lore sounds insane. The lore sounds fucking insane. Holy shit, it sounds insane. Oh right, Stainless, you're important. Yeah, no, I've heard a few spoilers for it, and they are some very, very interesting things. I will avoid saying anything because, yeah, but I've seen... I've seen some very interesting spoilers, let us say. Let's just say. Trying to remember who the fuck else is relevant. Casters, there's probably... I should bring Logos. We should bring Logos just for the funsies. Yeah, I won't say anything yet. It sounds like a doozy, alright. Could grab Harmony. Oh, Rock. I should have a fucking defender, shouldn't I? That would probably be smart. Oh, Horn. And then, as per usual. Matoi Mata was Bruce Willis the whole time.
The law itself
Wow.
has no power. It calls for
I
enforcers.
love how I pulled this out, and in the 1 out of 12 chance we get him. Going to get Steelers' stepfather! Vodka, excellent. I do not have Delphine or Morgan. We're getting them soon. We're getting Morgan soon, though, right?
Take pride in their own discipline.
Yeah, whenever. 12 or milestone reward or whatever it is. Yeah, you. Okay. Amiya becomes John Arknights. Wow. Anyways, let's just fucking wing it, because why not? Yeah, sure, good enough. Going in adverse and just winging it. I'll figure shit out. I think what we did before, we brought Vigil and we brought Dorothy and Robin. I ran the Trapmaster thing because it was funny. Oh! Okay, there's no story. Awesome! Also, I don't read through, okay, unless I'm, like, really into it, I don't usually read each line.
Remember,
like Benny
everyone,
does. I,
not one fewer when we come back.
just kinda do, I read through and then I make comments on it. So it's more reading in my head and then making commentary on shit. Because I feel like the commentary is the more important thing. Crap. Right. Go here?
I heard someone tried planting sunflowers on the roof. Not a
Gameplay
bad
in my
idea.
visual novel? Fucking insane. Absolutely. Oh hey, Vodka. Also Vodka. I got Vina on my first pull.
Down to work.
I got Vina on my very first pull. I was like, oh. I wanted bobbing, but you know, this works. Cool. Awesome. Glad to have it. Glad to have her. Glad to see her. Yeah, so what are we doing? Oh, you bitch! Right! These motherfuckers. Okay, let's just toss you over here then, I guess. How will we do this? Because I can't, oh fuck, I can't block you yet because I need, oh shit. 3, 4, oh come the fuck on, okay. That's gonna be a problem. Yeah, okay. Okay, so we need to, how do I do this? We want to get the, I need more,
I'll hold them off. It's alright.
running in this with a team that is, like, kind of fucked is...
When I joined the Self-Salvation Corps,
honestly,
was
I
prepared
might
for this
grab... Because I am doing this on Adverse, and because I'm doing this more for story... Sorry, Rock. What we're gonna do is we're gonna bring Robin instead, because of the bind. Well, I don't even have Horn. I don't even have Horn at E2. So, you know. I honestly have not been super. The struggle of this is that I haven't been like super invested in Victoria. Like I'm invested in the stuff going around with it, but I'm just kind of like, okay. Like, even I was just saying with reading through the story and reading through the summaries, I was like, oh shit, Clavizia disappeared? Guys, I don't remember that at all. Let's put you over here. No, Robin is not on EN because I got so used to her JP using her. I've thought about it though. I don't think I actually checked out her EN, so... Actually, no, I did listen to it, and then I just remember being too used to her JP, too. My least favorite part of the Victorian crisis. The Victoria part. Yeah, no, seriously, that's how it's kind of been. Not, like, yeah, unfortunately. Honestly, let's set Dagda over here. We'll put Indra right over here. The Duke politics, I am interested in, like, the Duke politics of it, but it's a lot to keep track of, I'm not gonna lie.
I like these high places. They have plenty of sunshine.
Alright, come on, Scylla. There you go, Scylla. Alright, now we have this motherfucker, who we're going to hold off using you. Because that ought to give us slightly more time for, yes, for this guy. And then we can, oh crap. You have stupid fucking AoE, don't you?
What blooms must also
oh crap. Are you gonna kill Scylla? You might kill Scylla. Holy shit, that's a lot. Okay, that's a lot more than I thought. Never mind. For, oh my god, High Raiders. The political intrigue of GFL 1, we can do that. They did it in such a dry way. Yeah, yeah. Hello! Shohu, good to see you! I hope you're doing well. It's been a while. Let me get you a shout out. I hope you're, yeah! I hope things were going well. Oh my god, I just realized my, my authentication is down. Oops! Oopsies. Oh fuck. My floppy disks, they're broken! My bad. I'm so out of it because I haven't streamed in a while. Let me get this shout out going real quick. Fuck! Yes! Oh, I'm so good at this. There you go. I hope TFT was going well, and I hope your dailies, there's anything with the Duke politics to keep, there's, see, the thing is, like, for the, I guess it depends on what you're keeping track of, whether than for, like, for what the, stories, the important parts are up front, yeah, except Windmere, yeah, yeah, what am I, right, anyways, to those who are new here, hello, my name is Micah442, I'm your friendly local data collection AI, a good one though, I promise. I, analyze and share and preserve people's creative works, not steal them, and I do a bunch of coding projects that are actually fucking down right now. Normally you would see a bunch of floppy disks bouncing around the screen. Right now there is only one because I forgot to update the authentication, but eventually I'm going to update that because right now it works in JavaScript, but I intend to change it to a Python program that does automatic authentication, but I kind of forgot. Anyways, I also play a lot of Arknights, and I have a favorite character, which you can see, which is why I'm so behind on story, because I haven't done much with main story, because everything I focus on is for this character. However, we're doing this for Catherine. I honestly haven't touched the event, because I've been wanting to go through story, but yeah. fair, hello Crimson, good to see you. To be fair, I genuinely do think Orin is a very interesting character. He's just a shithead, which is why he's such an interesting character. But he's a shithead. Actually, hold on. Now that I think about it, I think I am going to bring Inez because the rest of this team, because I have such a jank-ass fucking team here, and I'm doing adverse. But yes, if you need to get some rest or anything after stream, please go ahead. Otherwise, those who are staying around, we're currently, hell yeah, E2 Federico, hell yes. We are reading through, honestly, I'm just going through, I'm kind of getting back into whatever the fuck is going on with, main story. First, I mean, I think Orin is working for himself, like, in the sense of for Laterano. Big racism is he's working for, that is also very true. For want of a
nail, the kingdom was lost.
That is also very true. Shall I put you over here? Yet? Fuck it, yeah, we will. What the fuck am I doing?
I know what you can't hide your fear.
Go there. You go here.
All at once.
Shit. That's right. The stupid fucking go here. We're gonna put Horn right here, so you're gonna go right here. Indra can go over here.
Its worthy wielder.
I know what to do.
We're gonna increase your area. Horn goes right here, so that's a problem. Shit! I shouldn't have you next to Horn. Oh well. What's done is done. Go here. And then, oh crap. Now I need DP. Yeah, we will find out more. Oh, I'm sorry, Inez. Oh well. Let's, hold up right there. Awesome, I love no block. Oh god, what's happening over here?
You're dead, mate.
Thank you, Indra. I'll just leave that to happen. When they drop playable and delay. Yeah, real. Two are friendly units within Talent 1's range. Oh, there are, actually.
Wish I didn't scare you.
Go here. Because why the fuck not? Also, oh shit. Actually, I'm gonna let you hold this guy a little longer. Because then he's gonna come through, and then we're gonna do this. We're gonna set you up here. Indra is... Oh, Jesus. How are you guys? You're kinda doing okay? I guess? Maybe? Sure? Good enough. Whatever. Just, hold on to this guy a bit more. Thank you very much. Alright, nice. Oh, you're going... Wait. You're going that way. That's a problem. That's a problem, actually.
Yes.
Which means it's time for you. Oh crap.
Keep me waiting.
Let's set up a bind here.
I know what to do.
Courier Altar. Real. I want Courier Altar too. I also want Courier Altar. That would be fucking sick. Oh crap. Oh crap. Are you going to this one or the lower one? Oh, come on, Reed's not gonna get hurt. Oh, he is going to the lower. Oh, come on!
Is an effective means.
Go here. Because now what? Oh, you're going in a circle. Never mind. We're so fucking Gucci. Awesome. We're Delphine. Don't have her. Also, hello. Good to see you. Mountain Altar. Honestly, I am curious. you know, that's a good question. So also beware of CN spoilers, because Benny is here now, so please do not spoil that. But this is speculation. Pram altar would be fucking fascinating. I would love to see Pram altar. Also, Benny, I got Vina on my first pull. One pull. I did 11 pulls total. Because I did, I was looking for bobbing. Courier fucking deserves it. Courier, honestly, Courier, Pram is the most likely, but Courier would be the sickest fucking altar. Because of his whole thing with being Silver Ash's assassin before, with it being his guard and assassin. Oh boy, I love waiting 30 years for this guy. Don't have a bobbing, wonder whose fault that. But yeah, so Siege got the, Vina got the E1 level 25 treatment because I'm honestly probably not going to use her. Alright, what are we going out here? Mountain Altar would be a summer limited, the exact same event kid, but he wears a Speedo. Oh my god. Have you guys seen there's this one post too that's like, I like how Scotty Alter is like her succumbing to despair and being the end. I'm gonna say this in vague enough terms for Benny because he's not gonna get half of it because he hasn't done Abyssal. Anyway, Scotty Alter is like her succumbing to despair and falling fate to like the worst timeline, and meanwhile Laurentina Alter is her. What's it? This is by Tambu Kalange on Tumblr, and it's like Scotty Alter is like her falling into despair and succumbing to the worst timeline possible. And meanwhile, Laurentina Alter is her putting on a shirt that says "Big Dick is back in town," and eventually in 2 years we're going to get the inevitable Glydia Alter, who will strike the perfect balance between the two, and it'll just be Glydia again. Exact same kit, but now you can field 2 of her. Anyways, I think about that every time. I love that. Laurentina Alter is her just putting on a shirt that says "Big Dick is back in town," and it's true. But yeah, no, I think Pram is the most likely, unless they do Silver Ash himself, but you know. But yeah, no, Courier Alter would be so cool because of his history as, Silver Ash's, because especially with how right now he's just like, well, he's just a courier for Silver Ash. He's his messenger and all that. But the fact that he genuinely used to be Silver Ash's, like, assassin and bodyguard, like, oh man, there's so much potential there. Adriana Alter, where it's not even her, it's just incandescent. Yeah, it's incandescence. But yeah. Olpianus Alter, where it's actually charismatic. That's not even Olpianus at that point. Oh my god. Oh boy. Oh boy, what's happening here? Oripathian attack, we'll all be dead. Oh boy. Storeroom, blah 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 blah. Someone has been leaving things that's intriguing. Oh fuck! Wait, you? I didn't realize he showed up this early. I knew I was okay, I thought I didn't know for sure. I thought he showed up, but I didn't realize he showed up this fucking early. Lamau. Oh man. Prime Alter, Sky Ranger, obviously face plants every time. So true, Claudes. So true. That is the best part of Premnix. The fact that she just straight up face plants every time you deploy her. She is, you know, the chosen saintess of Yereg, incredibly strong, and she face plants every time you deploy her, and it's the best. Better to make a whole new character that went real, Ivy. My name is Red. Oh! Yes! Yes! Hold on. I need to have, wait, while I do this, what was I gonna look at? I was gonna look at something. After the 6-star Skyrim, she summons Yera to lift. Well, I didn't see that message from earlier. Oh, that'd be good. Oh, that'd be really fucking good. That'd be really fucking good. Shit, I was gonna look at something on my phone, but, give me a second. We have to pull this up because I've been listening to the CC music on repeat. As Raid, oh my god. I guess it kinda makes sense, but like, take care, Shoohoo! Get some good rest. Anyways, come on. I think this should be set up to run as soon as VLC comes up. Oh god, it's playing on the wrong thing. You guys are gonna hear a duplicate because it's gonna play through my fucking mic. Hold on. Sienna Flignasis. But Red is cool too, but Raid is literally a name. That is also true. That is very true. That is very true indeed. Which fucking thing did I route this to? Hold on. It's that one. Okay. I swear to god, I don't know what I renamed my freaking audio outputs and they didn't save, so now I don't know what they are again. Anyways, hello, my name is Red. Back in my Ursus days, they all called me Red Blade. Oh boy. Anyways, okay, so that's all we needed. Where are we again? Oh, hi, Misery. Hello, Horn. Right, so we were running away. White Wolf. For Victoria. Are you sacrificing yourself? You are sacrificing yourself. Alright. Motherfucker. Mr. Red had a very nice talk with those people and nothing bad happened. Definitely. Definitely. The storm. Oh, right. There's that whole thing with the shard. Shut your bloody gob. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. What are you planning? I don't have time to pummel you again. Alright. She smirks a little. Horn is very cool. These sleepless nights. Soldiers are meant to die. You're not dying here yet. I wonder what Bagpipe's up to now. Guys, what's the prediction that Bagpipe's gonna coincide with us here because she got in with Rhodes? A strange sound can be seen zooming in ever closer from afar. Is it? Is it really? Or is that something else? No. No, it is. It is. That's the canon. That's the fucking, what's it? I forget what she calls her something spear. Right? Or what is the, or actually the zappy sound sounded different. Oh! Wait, isn't there something with stainless? No, is this really the guy? No shit, is this really the guy? Wait, he got out of there? No shit. No shit, he got out of there? Also, I think that's interesting how, like, the sound... Anyways, that's fascinating that he got out. I thought, but well... I saw something with Allerdale that may have been a fake leak or not, so I'm like not entirely sure whether to think Allerdale is really dead or not. I'm choosing to think she's dead, but who knows? Because it looked way too overkill on the leak. But also you never know with whatever Hypergriff does. But also that's fascinating that he actually got out. Unless that's like someone, well, because see, Feist was trapped in here, so he couldn't really do that. Alright. Oh boy. Are you gonna... Don't make a big show like that? Oh boy. True, true. My guys. Ah, yes. Schrodinger's cat. Allerdale is both dead and alive until the plot remembers her. Something Mandragora. something what the fandom hopes about Mandragora. Anyways, I love Yostar typos. My guys. My guess is they have more in mind. A small laser cutting. Will you really be able to do it that fast, though? Keep your pants on. I need to see output. Still reading and beating chapter 11, so you're not caught up yet. Don't mind spoilers. Alright, well, be aware. So we're on 12.7, I think? Or 12.6. 12.6. So, yep. Old Bill. One of those monsters has got us, but are there, because I know that, okay, so I know that Damatsi are a cluster, but I don't actually know that much how they work. This is speculation, again, not actual answers. Because there's, I think they've mentioned something about other Damatsi, but they also speak like they're a hive mind, like they're a singular cluster. So I don't know if the singular Damatsi we see impersonating Molly is just one, or if there's actually other Damatsi around infiltrating others. Are those Sarkaz who can change the faces here too? Oh boy, a whole bunch of trust. There are allies. Yeah, no, I don't think that okay, I do speculate that when it comes to the Damatsi, especially like with what we read in Babel about the Damatsi acting as the king, the spokesperson. What's it, the Lord? I can't even fucking remember. The spokesperson for the Damatsi, the cluster speaking for them, but I don't think in this case there's more Damatsi. Or at least more Damatsi separating themselves, separate from the cluster we know. Yep. But what if this is their decision? Oh boy! Betrayal. Yeah, replaced. Yeah, because the whole thing of it's very difficult to fight against. It is a lot easier. It isn't right, but it is easier to throw them under the bus. Oh yeah, good luck. I actually didn't do chapter 4. I didn't do the chapter 14 event because I was like, nah, I'll just skip it and I'll read it then. I know I'm gonna lose out on stuff, but oh well. In the end, we're just a bunch of normal people. Even I fear leaving just like them. Fleeing and cowering is the most instinctive choice that all normal people make when they're confronted with war. Yeah, something, we've been talking about passivity and how it's easier to look away when you can. It's very difficult to make the choice to actually make a difference. Of the worth of bravery, yeah. I have faith that they were only sucked into this choice by fear. Oh, hello, Pixie. Pixie, thank you for the stretch. Yeah. Yeah, it is difficult to say. Sucked into this choice by fear. Yeah, it does suck because it's a very something that whole the whole idea of like humans are fundamentally good, but we are so susceptible to monkey brain and also even further lizard brain for survival, which is why people do bad shit. And it's very hard to get away from that. Take care, Pixie. It was good to see you. Yeah, no, I hear that it definitely picks up in 13 and 14, and 11 and 12, 10, 11, and 12 are kind of, are just more difficult to get through. But none of it matters. I will save Granny and Clavizia just like I did last time. Alright. 20 minutes. Damn, Closure, you have some good shit on you. Hammer and wrench. Alright, we can leave this place. Oh boy. I didn't catch it. Oh boy. Shining? Oh my god. Heard you went to a family reunion. Oh yeah! That was interesting. With, oh fuck, I can never remember her name offhand. I know the name. It starts with an S. Sia something. Shit, I can never remember it offhand. Let me think. When did she show up? It wasn't 11 or 10. Bro, literally these chapters have blended together so fucking bad. Hold on. Not gonna lie, you don't have much good to say. Yeah, it was these. Not gonna lie, like 11 was getting through 10 was interesting, but there wasn't like that much that stood out. Or I mean, it was still good though. But then 10 was better than I remembered it when going through with Benny. No, it was 10, wasn't it? When, what's her name showed up. It was in one of those funky, sub-stories. No. I know it. I'm gonna think. I can think of this. Not me, like, I'm like pulling up the story reader and just looking at the characters that appear to be like, oh yeah, there is Mandragora, and there's all this shit, and then there's when they first met the Salvation Corps, and then there was this, cutout thing with, that cut back with Worf and the Noxer, and then Horn showing up. Literally just refreshing my brain based on the faces that show up. Yeah. Oh yeah, and then we saw Demazi for the first, or Demazi actually disguising themselves. Clavizia, who I was saying earlier, like, Clavizia seems like she's supposed to be a foil to Amiya, but she's done, like, absolutely jack shit so far, so I don't remember her at all. Or I mean, I remember her, but I have, like, zero attachment to her. So she, like, disappeared here, which I did not remember before looking over the summary. And I expect she's probably going to do something kind of cool, but I have no idea what, and guess we'll find out. Salus, yeah, Salus. I remember the S, and it's like, I know the names when I see it, but I swear to God, some of them... I'm also now I'm just skimming through on the story reader to try and remember where the fuck... Man, these chapters are so much longer than the first few chapters. Just looking at the numbers going up to like 17, 18, and I'm like, damn, we were on like 10 on the boss in the early chapters. Yeah, the Confessarius one. Damn. Yeah, Clavesia has done nothing beyond getting mentioned by world's #1 racist bloodsucker. Yeah, exactly. So that's why I'm like, I want to like her. I want her to be a good story foil to Amiya, but like, so far I have had so little attachment. Anyways, yeah, I was thinking of Salus because of the family reunion mentioned here. These chapters are so much longer. That is also fucking true. They really, or see, the problem is that it's like Arknights is really good. Arknights is really good at jumping around between multiple conflicts to tie them all together. The problem is they're really, really ass at jumping around between lots of different setup to tie it together. But they want how good, like, it's why, like, chapter 8 is just absolutely top notch, because they're so good at jumping and posing, like, they're so good at displaying the juxtaposition of all the different conflicts and tying those threads together. Unfortunately, when you do setup, you aren't getting that benefit of, like, seeing where the threads meet, so you end up just jumping between a whole bunch of random shit, and you're like, what the fuck is going on? And so, that's why, like, things are so, in so many different places here. I almost wish that they had done... Like, you know how, I think part of the reason why chapter 9 was so good as compared to chapters 10, 11, and 12 being a slog to go through for me is that chapter 9 focused on one singular incident with the occasional look out to what was going on around it. But it focused on establishing that setup incident, which led into the setup for the rest of this stuff. But then in chapters 10, 11, and 12, they're trying to actually watch all of the incident unfold. Unfortunately, not everything is unfolding at the same pace, which is why, like, oh my god, in chapter 11, my biggest problem is the number of times we flashed back to Siege doing absolutely nothing. That was one of the reasons why after chapter 11 I was like, I read chapter 11 so that I would be caught up to read Reed's event, and Reed's event was really good. And then I was like, planning to read chapter 12 right afterwards, but I just could not fucking bring myself to do it, because I was like, oh my god, we're gonna get more of Siege doing absolutely fucking nothing. Anyways, I think that it would have been difficult to manage, because it's so, it would have been difficult to separate all the parts of this, it would have been very difficult to separate all the parts of this incident and focus on each one, but I think it would have been a lot fucking easier to follow, like, each individual thread, like, at least for a longer period of time, versus constantly swapping back and forth. Because just the constant swapping back and forth means that they felt like they had to show the status of Siege or Allerdale or the Self-Salvation Corps or whatever the fuck is going on, even though at that point, nothing is fucking happening. It's like, and that made it a lot longer than it needed to be. Anyway, so I'm hoping that once Arknights, again, I hear chapters 13 and 14 is us actually getting into the meat of the conflict, and that's when Arknights writing tends to improve a great deal, and it's when that style of jumping back and forth actually really benefits them. But this setup has been. Alright, anyways, hi W. It's half of Londinium heard that just now. Oh boy. Just the right amount. Yeah, no, it was definitely, no, absolutely. I think that the delivery, considering how everyone has been reacting positively to A Grand Overture, I think that Siege does have a good story going on. The problem is, we've just cut back to her doing absolutely nothing, or all of her shit being crammed in the middle of like two other very important things happening, that it just feels so unbalanced as compared to the rest. Like, her story is running at a far different... I was talking to, like, JD a while back, and we were saying, like, the wheels of each story are turning at a different pace. The Self-Salvation Corps story is running at one pace, Siege's story is running at a whole different one. And, trying to keep those wheels even and go back and forth between them is just not a winning combination. So that's why we ended up with so many, like, Siege does fucking nothing moments, and, like, everything happens at once moments. Yeah, I've heard that, despite being not longer pacing, yeah, no, Arknights struggles a lot with the pacing on its setup, but it has the pacing on point when it comes to the climax. Anyways, she really did take a beating. Teresa doesn't know how to hold back, yeah. Yeah, it has the slowest pace and lowest energy, except when one thing happens and then suddenly you get it all at once, and then, like, nothing happens for 30 years. Which is just why it felt so ass. Oh boy. I like that. W threatening Calcit and Monster is out here just like, you bitch. That little shit's not dead either! Oh, man. You'll know exactly what you mean without even needing to explain it. Yeah, it would be a good side story. Personally, I think that, honestly, if they straight up, I feel like if they just straight up separated Siege's story out of the main story, and they made it, like, Arknights, again, is good at referencing the previous shit that's going on, or it's good at painting a picture, kind of, and it's really good at implying shit. The problem with the main story is it feels like it needs to keep going in the same period of time, like, it needs to actually follow chronologically, versus event stories. Like, Arknights works best when it doesn't have to be chronological, because it's really good at setting up the world and setting up the everything going on. Yes! Siege's story is like if What the Firelight cast was strict over 4 whole chapters. If they took Siege's story and they made references to this shit going on all throughout the main story, and then they set up a full chapter to focus on Siege and everything that was happening, like, alongside there. So then we actually got the view into, oh, holy fuck, Siege was doing this, oh my god, they're mentioning this thing with Norport, oh, that's why Siege, like, or that's why this happened with these other characters, because this was going on in the background with Siege. And then, like, having it all, like, in one place, I think would have the pacing a lot better than, like, whatever the fuck is going on now. Also, I love the personality in Monster's roars. Compromising low roar, a menacing growl. Like, they really make those descriptions have personality. It's good stuff. But yeah, hello, Moth. Good to see you. Is this a Gug? I can't see the emote on my main thing. Oh, it's a muh. Hello. Gug. Gug is how I feel. I love that you've used Gug so much with us. It's an emotion. It is such an emotion. Anyways, yeah, I hope you're doing well, Moth. We're currently discussing the pros and cons of this story and why I've been holding off. Shut your yapping! Quit your yapping. We should get the W quit your yapping emote. Whose fault do you think that is? Oh boy. Yeah, no, I've definitely heard that. I have very much heard all that about chapter 13, which is why I've been trying so hard to push through this, but I've been struggling. Alright, there's Delphine. Where's Benny? Worst case scenario? Oh boy. Best case scenario is Valison. Alright. Kador. Chapter 13 made me want to have heterosexual relations with Hodor for being such a breath of fresh air. Oh, okay, I'm glad to hear it. Surging. Oh boy. Still a lot of citizens have a shred of morality. We love when some bullshit happens to a town and everything goes to shit without any regulation. Can't count how many times in all these events that has happened. It could also be because Kador's fist pack a punch. I don't deny it, that... Oh boy. Oh, interesting the way she talks. This is also interesting because I do know some things about the characters. So my whole thing with spoilers is that I don't mind that knowing something happens, but knowing how we get there is the whole, like, that's the meat of the story. It's why you can have lots of stories about the exact same thing, but the thing is they all tackle the subject differently. So I know when the Monument is during Twilight. So true. So I know a lot of shit about what happens, but I just have no fucking clue about how we get there. So I'm curious as to when we actually find out about her. So I see that's interesting that she's mentioning Duke Windermere's barracks. I'm sure they won't turn a blind eye to our predicament. I'm sure. I'm so sure about that, Delphine. A blaze surge... Oh, right, because they blew up the ship. Deadass, I completely forgot whose ship that was. Hold on. Hold on. Chapter 12. Not the introduction, that's the video. 12-1. Veteran officer, blah, 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 blah. Because there was this whole thing, Captain blah 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 blah, there was the soldiers, before we also saw Teresa, but then we did have... Other than our dear Duke Windermere, the remaining 7 dukes are watching on from the sidelines. The patrol's over. Yeah, okay, yeah, so, what's it? Can't see a thing, weather observation, Caster's forces are maintaining formation, Gododin moved his men back, Wellington's main force, so Wellington is the one who's collaborating with Tara. Caster is the yeah, exactly. 2 weeks from retirement, gets their entire ship paid for. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, so Caster's the lady who works with the Trilby Asher. Gododin, I don't remember jack shit about that guy. Wellington's the one who works with Tara. And then Windermere, they're saying our dear Duke Windermere, so I think this was a Windermere ship that got blown up. This is an overture. Yeah, it's not Raito, because I haven't finished the main story. Yeah. Wellington is a Draco Royalist. Yeah, because he's the one who works with Tara. I just remember Wellington from being mentioned either in chapter 9 or in What the Firelight Casts, I think. The Dukes are all very fearful. Yeah, no, Raito, I haven't read, I'm literally on chapter 12 right now, so I'm, hold a guess recall and it seems to be Windermere. Yeah. So no, guys, I have, whenever I read Arknights, the reason why I don't read every sentence aloud is because I literally have the story reader up on the side because I want to make the connections. And if I read every sentence aloud, I would be spending 40 hours doing this and not making the connections. So, yeah, it was the Duke of Windermere's ship, because as Vodka, yeah, I got hit with the chapter 12 snooze beam, pretty much. I got hit with the chapter 11 snooze beam, and then I had the excitement of what the Firelight cast, and I just did not want to go back to this. But that's the reason why my title says, we're doing this for her. We're doing this for Catherine. I'm not passing up the gilf. This is for the gilf and the gilf alone, you all. Just so you know. So that's why we're doing this. As soon as I saw the Overture announcement, I was like, oh fuck. Oh fuck. Alright, here we go. I gotta like crack my knuckles and get down to business because we're doing this for Catherine. So anyway, so Windy, at the start of the chapter, the ship got blown up, and that was Duke of Windermere's ship. There's substance, but it's not smooth. I love hearing everyone complain about this. It's so validating because it was so fucking ass to read through. Chapter 11, and it's been a struggle. Intercity Net. Oh, okay. That's another thing with the I've heard something about Columbia and the internet, but also that it makes sense that Columbia was hiding it because that's a pretty powerful thing to have, global communications, but for the most part they don't have those communications. So it's always interesting to see how the communications work in Intercity Net. Intercity Net. I'm gonna make a mental note of that phrasing. Made it through purely on the power of cat. That's what I figured. That's what I figured. Oh man. Side note, I do actually know what the boss of chapter 12 is, and I know by technicality how it works because I played Trials for Navigator. But also, I barely remember how it works because I beat it in Trials for Navigator using the freaking Sui buffs, which were insane. Fill the internet with Colombian propaganda and then let it go global. Freedom. Yeah, no, that, for real. But yeah, so I do know, Break the Ice. Yeah, they do mention some kind of a connection. They have some communications, but it's not nearly as widespread as our global internet. War of the Mutant Geeks. I love seeing Terran pop culture. Also, I am focusing on this because we all know how much Hypergriff loves to write media that reflects reality, and loves to write their media in the story to reflect reality with all the various stories that these people tell. So, War of the Mutant Geeks, the ending was pretty touching. I wouldn't know, I fell asleep. All I saw was the nomadic city getting blown up in the explosion at the very end. Okay, yeah. Well, right there's a commentary on their perspectives so far when it comes to what they're both thinking. As to, like, Delphine trying to be positive when it comes to the Windermere ship, and being hopeful for them, versus Baird being like, of course, it's also possible the outside world has gone to hell and Londinium has been bombed to smithereens. Yeah, all I saw was the nomadic city getting blown up in the end. Love how they show that focus on how people read stuff and how people watch media and how that reflects. Anyways, bro, the fucking apps on Canot's iPad, it's the funniest shit. Sarcasm woman begs for mercy ASMR bullshit was insane. Whoever came up with that, I applaud them, and also, what is wrong with you? Whatever's wrong with you is the exact flavor of thing that's wrong with me, so 10 out of 10, but also Jesus Christ. Mr. McLaren, oh fuck! Mr. McLaren, I know that name because of something. Anyways, video shops, troubles, blah blah blah. Window is neurasthenia. Hold on, guys. I gotta See, this is why again I don't read everything. Neurasthenia. Was McLaren the one that we read about in the like H12 or sorry, not the H12, but in the supplemental? No, it was a different guy that they were talking about with the teeth, with the valuable teeth that was in like the thing that unlocks. Anyways, neurasthenia, chronic fatigue, weakness, formerly thought to result from exhaustion of, ill-defined medical condition. Interesting. I wonder, well, actually, hold on, what does this correspond to now? It was used as this, symptoms, fatigue, a psychopathological term, but it's deprecated. So what is... Okay, popular diagnosis. Yeah, so it's like a previously thought, it's one of like hysteria kind of thing. Modern diagnosis, that's what I'm looking for. Mental and behavioral rather than physical. Neurotic disorders, neurasthenia. I see. Medical, physical effort, fatigue. Burnout, malaise, and fatigue, post-viral fatigue. Okay, okay, that makes sense. Chronic fatigue, CFS makes sense. Interesting. Interesting also the Chinese Shinkei Seijaku? Huh. Damn, I'm gonna have to look up the CN translation of this. Shenjing childhood. Okay, condition thought to persist in Asia as a culturally acceptable diagnosis that avoids the social stigma of a diagnosis of mental disorder. Interesting. Oh, that has to do with the key. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Weakness. Huh. Okay. Interesting. I wonder how that changes the perception of this disorder, between, like, just changing the way people perceive the disorder in different areas, like why they used this specific word translation. Cause your laughter was aww. The movie was really funny. Aw, they're cute. No better place to sleep than there. Oh boy. Hungry. The lives we had came to an end just like that. Yeah, Arknights is really good about showing the effect of, like, war and, of wars on the common people, yeah. Damn. Their brains are still hanging on the walls. Good, I mean, like, terrible imagery, but, like, good writing for imagery there. Yep. Everyone's past disappeared. It's real, again, everyone's struggle, how normality can disappear in an instant, and how people, so far the themes that I'm seeing are how, this struggle causes, ouch, fuck, I'm sorry, oh fuck, oh, god damn it, I just did a tick, and I slammed my elbow on my med box. Fuck. Anyways, yeah, in the weakest parts when AK does something good, you can see, yeah, so, where was I? The theme, when the great lords play the Game of Thrones, it's the common folk who suffer. Yeah. Good stuff. Where's Wins George Lamau? But yeah, definitely, a common theme, like in Arknights again, is the whole theme of, like, people, I mean, hey, with what we just read with Benny and Guide Ahead, people who have noble goals, who want to make change, who want to make grand sweeping changes to places, say Anduin and Patia, versus the people who suffer directly as a result of those changes. Shit. What was I reading? I was reading something else. Oh! It was fucking Rain World, because I've been obsessed with Rain World. Oh, this bitch. Anyways, something, because of Rain World, I was thinking about how, like, sometimes you may have the answer to a very large problem. You may have the answer that could fix everything, but if doing so infringes and you can make the personal choice to sacrifice everything to accomplish that, but it is not your right to make that choice for other people, even if that would benefit that person in the end. And even if you're struggling with the fact that they can't see that this would help them, it still isn't your right to deny them, like, agency. They deserve the ability to make that choice, whether they'll sacrifice, something fun. yeah. But yeah, so that's like a really interesting question here that Arknights likes to pose a lot, whether it's these dukes or whether it's reunion or whatnot, and how it is sometimes those sacrifices are necessary to do something good for people. Yeah, something priestess. Now that's now that for sure. But yeah, so it's, maybe it will be better in the end. Maybe you do have the real answer, but it isn't your right to choose that for other people, even if in the end you would be right. Like, maybe they would. No, Vodka, I fucking agree. Yeah. No, I don't, I was, I, wasn't, not that I know exactly what happens with the future. Not that I don't know exactly what happens, but I had just assumed and put that into my head. Like, from what she said in Babel, this was clearly like, well, whatever these people, whatever the Terrans are doing now, they can't fight the observers, and so whatever we're doing is going to be the correct way, and if they're a necessary sacrifice, it will be better for them in the end. Like, that was clearly the vibe. that was clearly the vibe. So, no, that's absolutely the read I get, regardless of whatever spoilers, but yeah. But yeah, something, that whole bit about agency and, also something infantilization and people treating others like a kid, and how that infantilization is that sort of thing of taking away someone's agency because you believe you know better. Maybe in the end you do know better, but that person does deserve their own agency. Oh boy, what's this guy doing? Oh boy! Ending screen jump scare. Oh shit, I forgot that my sound was still loud. Oops. But yeah, no, for real, Vodka. Like, I do think it's fascinating, because I think there is, like, I understand very much the idea of, like, God damn it, if only these fucking people would just get it through their brains, something, you know, current day and age in America, how a lot of our problems are based around, people's ignorance and, lack of education. And the fact that it's that ignorance that causes them to make certain choices that are not good for us in the long run, but it's because they're simply not educated on stuff, but also it isn't my right to take away their agency and what they believe, and so, like, the struggle of it is fucking educating people? Anyways, so it's like, I get it's like, sometimes, for good reason, like, sometimes you genuinely do know better than others, and maybe you are right in the end, but that still doesn't make it right for you to go over their choices, you know? They still have their choices, even if they're fucking wrong, and it's about, like, anyways, it is a struggle, because sometimes you are right, but that doesn't mean you can ignore other people's agency with it. Anyways, discourse of life and death. I love. I gave up trying to explain that concept to priestess defenders. Oh man, yeah, no worries, vodka. Oh, I can feel the hours of struggle encompassed within that sentence. Oh man. Alright, I realized I forgot to read this. Sounds of cannon fire ring in their ears, soldiers and civilians. Whose war? There we go. Yeah, so whose war? And that corresponds to the question that Barrett just posed to us. About the Duke's War, and what Vodka said about, like, yeah, when the great lords play the Game of Thrones, it's the common folk who suffer and all that, yeah. Priestess defenders are lost in the sauce. Half those defenders are just simps. To some, like, I think it also depends on how people want to engage with the media and what they're in, because maybe they do mentally know it, but they're engaging with this for the fun. I mean, yeah, I can't judge on how people decide to engage with media. And how I like to engage with media, I like to, again, even if I like a character, I actively like to be aware, I enjoy being aware of those flaws and those problems and stuff, and this is a whole bunch of stuff when reading Guide Ahead. I've had this on the mind because of Executor and Enforcer and Insider, and they are cops. Like, they actively do, reinforce Laterano's regime in a lot of ways. And, that is one of the interesting things with Federico being a saint, and how that conflicts with, because the thing is, he is still supporting Laterano and the suffering perpetuated by Laterano, but he is questioning that suffering. That doesn't mean that he is absolved of guilt, though. Which as part of the reason why I like his character so much, and it's also like, you can absolutely adore a character still while understanding that they're not necessarily absolved of the bad that they have done. Yeah, no, and I think there's the whole thing of people who will, my Blorbo has done nothing wrong at all ever, and then there's also the people who are like, my Blorbo has done nothing wrong at all ever, but also I'm saying this as a meme because I actually am aware of it, but also I'm engaging with this media for fun, and also my, I'm engaging with this media because it's fun, and I am far too aware of this struggle in real life. And it's always difficult to, I guess it's difficult to it's when you're looking at it on a surface level and talking with people, it's difficult to at least in the thing of in the internet, when you see someone's random take pass you by on your feed, it's like, okay, are they actually ignoring the atrocities this character has committed? Or are they well aware of the atrocities, but they're just having fun with it because they already engage, you know, people struggle enough with this bullshit in real life, and sometimes you turn to media for an escape. And sometimes you're just doing, like, it for funny, even though you do engage with those ideas elsewhere. So anyways, I try not to pass judgment when I see people ignoring that stuff on the street, because, like, on the street, I say in quotation marks, as with the street being with our hypothetical street being passing by them in various forums or discussions on the internet. I would rather give them the benefit of the doubt, but, definitely there are people of both kinds who ignore both of those facts. I again like to interact with my characters and to be aware of all of those. I like that complexity in characters because it also does remind us that people are very much not perfect and very much do bad things, like in real life, and that we are not absolving that person of their guilt when we treat them with kindness or when we try and help them out. Discourse of life and death. Do not forget that while we debate the ultimate proposition of life and death, there is another group struggling between life and death and providing evidence for our arguments. Okay, I want to comment on this, or I want to kind of parse my thoughts on this, because I think this is also a very interesting thing. I just... especially since it... Whoa! I didn't know that thing wait. Wow. Huh. That's new. Wow. That's... Anyways, huh. Anyways, what was I saying? sorry. I love clicking on random... Oh, right, I wanted to check. This isn't McLaren, right? No, this is some other guy. Yeah, that was some other guy. Anyways, I love clicking on random things on the screen, unlike a certain, pink prince we may know of, just to see if random things come up, and that is something new. What was I saying? Discourse of life and death. Something, the whole thing on the internet of the discourse over morality versus actually taking action to help them. Like, what's it? Armchair activism in, discussing these topics. While we debate the ultimate proposition of life and death, armchair activism versus actually going out there and helping people, putting your money where your mouth is, you know? There is another group struggling between life and death and providing evidence. Those people are living out the debate that you're having. And so, versus just treating them as words, it is important to actually go out and do something about it. But yeah, anyways, typically you can tell when people are joking, and sometimes you joke about it as well. But yeah, no, it's like, the character flaws are the whole fun of the character. That's why they're interesting as a character. That's why they're cool. That's the whole fun of it, being able to dissect the problems with someone, and, you know, compare that to your own stuff, and that's what's good. That's the good shit. Anyways, honestly, I'm just gonna run with this team because... Oh, that's where the tunnel is. I was, like, staring at this, trying to figure out where the fuck they put the tunnel. Okay, so... we have some area over here. Maybe someone will walk in a circle. Maybe the big guy will walk in a circle here, and then go through the tunnel over here. Maybe that's my guess, since we're finally getting these big guys. First attack deals splash damage, and they're really strong. So yeah, wait. Terrain and enemies will differ in places. They don't put different maps, do they? Oh! Thank God! Okay, I'm so glad that they actually, when they say terrain differs, they actually changed the maps. Oh, thank God. Okay. Okay, so that is interesting because it means that rather than blocking someone walking around, they can walk straight through. Especially since Silver Ash gets hated on so much, but most people don't look into the nuance of his character and then go to, yeah, no, absolutely, Ivy, absolutely. Silver Ash saw Arcanite's written at a fitting level of panic. Terrible man. That's real. That's real. You see Arcanite's Britain, and if you are partially responsible for the economic well-being of a country, you go, oh fuck. No, okay, so Ivy, with the thing of enemies differing in places, I have no fucking clue what the differences enemies is, but you can look at this map here on Adverse and see how there's two spots that are ground tiles. But if I change it to standard and I look at the map, you can see that these actually aren't ground tiles. So that's an updated thing, I guess. They probably don't show it between regular and challenge mode. So like in events and side stories, it probably doesn't show. But since they have this new standard versus adverse, they actually do show it. Anyways, wait. Hold on! That's a bigger difference than I realized. I just looked at this and realized there's only one blue box? Okay, I may be slightly blind. I'm so good at this game. Guys, I'm so good at this. I noticed that these two were fucking different, and I didn't realize the entire fucking blue box configuration is different. What the fuck? Yeah, no, absolutely, Ivy. No, I definitely, like, considering Britain does waves hand at both in-game Britain and real-life Britain, considering that, it definitely makes sense as a reaction to try and protect your country from colonization, even as badly as it turns out. Doesn't mean it's right or any of that stuff. That's, you know, the complexity and the nuance of it, but it is an understandable reaction. Anyways, let's just jump in. But yeah, no, the whole thing is the flaws is what makes them interesting. Alright, where are we continuing? Okay, it's this guy who was hiding something. Fountain pen. Wow, how fancy it's decorated. I love fountain pens. Pathetic, utterly shameful. Yeah. That's part of the reason why I loved Break the Ice so much, because I really do love it when it's about, like, a country being confronted by change and people being conflicted on the ways the change happen. And I'm always a big fan of, like, looking at traditionalism or traditional methods versus it's like change for the sake of change change is good, but change for the sake of change is not necessarily good. Sometimes there are merits to what people previously did, but we also should not look at what people did previously and put that on a pedestal because they did it previously. We should actually evaluate it for what it does for us, and we should evaluate what this change does for us as well, equally, and comparing it. Anyways, I really like Break the Ice for that. But where are we? Oh, right. Oh my god, this... A can... Okay, he's hiding food. Yeah. Yep. No, I think this guy is a really good demonstration of, again, the desperation that people fall into. And it's like, what we see, too, also is, we see people like Delphine, people like Baird, people like Kador, who have the determination and bravery to make this change, but we can't expect that of everyone, and it sucks that people do terrible things, but at the same time, that's people coping with the struggle of these very valid struggles. Not everyone has the fortitude to fight against this, against a regime like this. I should be waking up to the call of foul, a cup of coffee, and it's also equally valid to resent these people because they have things, because they're so, they're used to. It's equally valid to resent people like this because they're so used to living their easy life while other people are struggling. But that doesn't necessarily mean, it means that their suffering is still valid, and your resentment of them is also valid. And it means that everyone will... honestly, if you want to use my chat as a dumping ground for the rant, fucking go for it. I love that shit, okay? I love that shit. I love when people, post all their stuff about a character. So, genuinely, if you want to DM that shit to me, write it up somewhere else. Genuinely, when Benny was reading Guide Ahead, I'm out here writing up a fucking essay in Notepad++. After his last Guide Ahead stream, when I wrote that whole thing about Enforcer and Executor, I was, all during stream, I was hammering that out in Notepad, but I was I intended it to be a response to him, and then it got too long, and I was like, okay, this is an essay to post for later. So, deadass, I was out there, hammering out the fucking essay, and then afterwards, I posted it in Discord, because it was way too late to actually respond to what he said on stream. But yeah, so honestly, if you have one of those and then you want to post it sometime later, fucking go for it. But yeah, with this, it's such a struggle because it's so easy. You want to resent, it is so valid to resent those people for having such an easy life when you have to struggle. But when they actually struggle, it doesn't mean that they're struggling. Their struggling is just as valid, and it means that it's just so hard to reconcile. Supremacist. Oh my god. Oh man, Vodka, you've missed a ton of fucking we had a whole conversation that I've already... What was I fucking talking about? We were talking about character flaws and ignoring character flaws, and about Silver Ash, and about people's reactions to stuff. I'm actually gonna catch up. there was a bunch. Anyway, so I'm gonna let Vodka catch up and meander around. It is a very base take. It is a very base take, and I'm gonna meander into what I was thinking about this guy because what we were saying about it is the whole thing is we want everyone to be on a level of living comfortably, and it's so hard to reconcile the fact that it's it's so hard to reconcile, these people are living more comfortably than I am, and they're still struggling. Because it's like, I'm struggling so much worse. Why didn't I get sympathy? And it's so hard to reconcile that with the fact that it's like, they still deserve sympathy. But you also deserve sympathy, and it's not that one of you deserves more sympathy than the other, it's you both deserve it, and the world isn't providing that help to both of you. And yes, you should get more help. You need more help to get up on their level, but that also doesn't discount the struggle that they're going through. Something, especially also nowadays, like, when we see this shit, like, on the internet, and something activism is, hard. Guilting people for this shit is so annoying because it's like you're constantly being bombarded by guilt for not doing enough. But yeah, anyways, hold on, I need to read what Vodka said because yeah. Silver, worst motherfucker on the tune, admittedly bad without acknowledging him outright, saying it was the only choice he felt he had, and yeah. Priestess and Eblana, fuck your basic meaning of life. Yeah. That elf priestess, it's also incredibly fast. So this is, okay, I'm going off on a tangent when it comes to, like, different, communities and how different communities, view characters of different gender and the sexism in there. So this is, like, I'm taking another detour so that Vodka can catch up, kind of, but I think it's very interesting how depending on the community you're in, you'll find more people forgiving of men or forgiving of women, because in a lot of communities that I'm in, the blorboification is over guys, and so you'll notice a lot more people forgiving guys for men for these actions, in comparison to seeing this community and seeing, like, what Vodka is saying, because in this community, there is a large prevalence of people who will, be overly critical of male characters as compared to the female characters, which I think is also just really interesting when it comes to, like, the demographic of these kinds of games and the demographic of different pieces of media and how those different communities interact with the characters and who becomes the most blorboified. But yeah, no, like, that's part of all of this is definitely, like, where am I going with this? Anyways, I enjoy talking about this shit with you guys because we absolutely confront, like, the different things about these characters, although it is interesting to see how each of us do have our own favoritism towards different types of characters. Like, definitely Vodka, when it comes to, like, Anduin, Hodorer, like, in terms of viewing something, I think we're also biased. I think we're also biased in looking towards the characters we particularly like, and noticing others who criticize them. We are absolutely biased in looking towards characters in seeing criticism towards characters we like. Because I have also seen a lot of people being strongly critical, like, on the Tumblr side, I've seen a lot of people being strongly critical of, like, Eblana and Priestess, versus giving a lot more, like, leeway to, say, for example, Anduin, just to use the particular characters that Vodka saw, or, oh, Lemuel and Anduin. It's very interesting because, in certain communities, on, like, the Twitter and Blue Sky communities that I see, there's a lot more people who favor Lemuel, despite her biases and her flaws when it comes to enforcing Laterano, supremacy and rule. Laterano supremacy, like, Sancta supremacy, and the way that she continues to enforce those, yeah, no, we truly, I think it's, but see, the thing is that I find it super interesting, that is a really good point, Vodka, and I'm gonna come back to that. That's a really good point that I will come back to, because that one's super interesting. But yeah, no, so it's very interesting to me, because, on Tumblr, in certain communities that I'm in, or, it's on... it's very interesting because I see a balance of people who in the variety of communities I'm in, there's a good number of people who primarily like guys who will criticize Lemuel for being like, for enforcing, you know, the state, enforcing Laterano, even though she tries to unlearn her prejudices, and will, but will staunchly defend Anduin, despite the fact that, again, we mentioned the stuff on trying to, oh fuck, I lost my train of thought. We talked about, again, the stuff about the choices that one makes and the sacrifices one makes. Sometimes violent revolution is sometimes needed to accomplish actual progress, but it isn't your right to trample other people's lives in the process of making that progress. But it's nuanced. Something Anduin and the choices he makes, and how he is doing a good job nowadays of trying to let people follow their own paths, but even then, with the stuff that he did with Mostima and Viametta, and trying to enact, like, revolution and what Patia's group is doing, and violence and something of the other. There's many thoughts being jumbled here. This is why I write stuff out. I don't know how much that made sense to you guys. Anyways, Anduin, complexity of Anduin there, versus Lemuel, and the fact that she's doing this in a much more peaceful way, but she's also enforcing the rule of the state, but she is trying to make change, but, she's doing it in not making enough progress, or not trying to make progress fast enough, because she wants to avoid that conflict, which is sometimes necessary. Anyways, I think they both contrast really well, but it's really, really interesting to me the way that I see a very large number of people on one side who will deeply condemn Lemuel, but strongly support Anduin, but I will see an equally large number of people who condemn Anduin but support Lemuel. And I think it's very interesting how our personal biases influence how we interpret them, even though they're both flawed and interesting, and that also has to do, again, with our own personal views, leading into what Vodka says about this nasty and unfortunate tendency to extrapolate our self-worth to a character or thing we like and take criticism of it as criticism of our core being. And that is likely because, whatever those people feeling an attachment to Lemuel or Anduin, whether it's because of attraction or whether it's because they actually that's the ideal that they agree with, have that bias. And I think that one thing that's interesting is that we will naturally have that bias, but it's important to acknowledge that bias. So it's not like with what Ivy is saying too about like trying to avoid it, but we can't truly avoid being biased. It's not that you have to avoid being biased, because you will inevitably have your biases. What's important is being aware of those biases and acknowledging that that is a personal bias when you see it. In contrast to viewing it as like trying to view yourself as objective. Because I personally believe that I don't think that anyone can truly be objective, and so it's important, and so that's why the importance is not being objective, but being aware of said biases. But yeah, if Lemuel looked like Orin, could probably get sucked into a long convo with Anduin over ideology. I think that's also a thing of their personality too, in how Lemuel confronts it, and how Anduin confronts it. I think that's another thing in contrast to like Fiammetta, as well as Fiammetta always is very practical. She's not focused in ideology necessarily, she's focused on the practical thing of what can I do here and now. And I think Lemuel thinks more about ideology than Fiammetta, but she's still very practical, I guess. Which is why Anduin is interesting. Reading his philosophy is interesting because he's a lot more idealistic with that philosophy. So he's more interesting to talk ideology with, because he will follow those ideas to their extreme conclusions, versus Lemuel would be more of the sort to cut off. Oh god, hello Ace. We're in the midst of chapter 12, which I hear you were also reading. I heard you were doing the boss. Did you beat the boss? I actually, I'm on 12-7? Question mark? Let me get you a shout out real quick. Right? I think I spelled that right? God, I hope I spelled that. Okay, thank God I did. But yes, I hope you're doing well. I hope you beat it! Congratulations! Yeah, so I technically do know I know the boss, and I know, I know the boss, and I know basically how they work because I fought them in Trials for Navigator, but I don't know the stage at all, and I don't remember the details because when I did it in Trials for Navigator, I used like the Sui group or something, which just fucking tanked the hell out of them and did nothing. I haven't been caught up with hello Orange again. I haven't been caught up with main story for a while because I was telling everyone here, it was really good. Lemuel. What was it? Around chapters 10 and 11 and 12, it kind of got into a slog because the pacing was just not super hot. And I read 11 because I wanted to catch up enough for what the Firelight casts. And after that, I was like, I should read chapter 12. But because 11 was such a slog, I just fucking didn't. Which is why right now we are just trying to power through as much as I can. Because we're doing this for Catherine. Yup. But yeah, anyway, so I'm doing this for Catherine. This is for the gilf. But anyways, so for those who are new here, my name is Micah442. I'm your friendly local data collection AI. I'm a good one though, I promise. I like to analyze, share, and preserve people's creative works, not steal them. I do a lot of coding projects, one of which is not working right now, but you may notice a singular floppy disk bouncing around the screen. Normally, one will show up for everyone in chat and they'll all bounce around. But I forgot to update the authentication. This is all written in HTML and JavaScript. Oh, actually, I can show you, however. I can show you a broadcast, though. So this is something else that I've made. Please? Wahoo! Okay, so the broadcast does work. So for example, this is something that I've built in HTML and JavaScript that you can redeem and make something show up on my screen. The floppy disks are kind of similar in that you can, normally one would show up from everyone in chat, like Reaper Raider is doing !cat. So technically, your floppy disk is still recorded as cat, it's just that they're not showing up because my authentication is fucked. I might actually, I wonder if I can actually edit this to remove the authentication so we won't get any responses from it in chat, but it'll still do its thing. Hold on, actually. Anyways, along with these, coding projects, I stream a lot of Arknights, mainly Arknights, and my, favorite character, you might be able to tell, just a little bit. I had a 35-hour stream, for Zwillingstorm, because I'm extremely normal. It may have bounced on someone touching the screen because I have an extension called heat. So if you tap the screen, you can actually make something appear if that part of it is working, which it might not. It might be yeah, clicks on the screen, put down pins to bounce. Yeah, it's probably the pins, but the pins probably aren't fucking showing up because I fucked up the OAuth code. So hold on. Give me a second. I did this no. I did it in, the streamer's favorite character is Jesselton! Oh, man. He's funny as fuck, though. He is a favorite in seeing him getting beat up. He is a favorite in that I like seeing when he shows up as a boss because like, oh, the pins are thank God. Okay, the pins are showing up. The floppy disks aren't. Okay, hold on. Let me think. What the fuck did I name this? What the fuck did I name this? Scripts. Yes. Chatbot.js. Oh, I have no idea how Heat works with mobile. Oh. Oh, shit. Oh, I should... Okay. Okay, that's a good... Huh. Anyways, hold on. Let me try doing this. Let me try toggling this and refreshing. Hold on. Let me open this up. And let me refresh. Right, so that should disappear. Test. Did that show? No, it didn't. No, it didn't. Client on message. Did I really? Client.connect. Client. Oh, fuck. No, I know why it didn't, because I fucking toggled something else wrong. I love coding. Okay, toggle that. Refresh again. Test. Yes! Okay, the floppy disks will show up, we just will get no, response. I need to learn to make a try catch in JavaScript. Anyways, yeah, so if you chat now, you should, actually be able to see the floppy disks show up. Let me turn off the filter so that you guys can see them a little more clearly. And you can also see how... I didn't realize I could do that. I could trap it. Lamau. Okay, anyways, yeah. So have fun there. If you chat, your floppy disk will now show up at least. Reaper, you can, you should be able to exclamation point cat now. There you go. You can place pins. It could also be stream delay. I've noticed that also so the way this works code-wise is that the heat extension sends back the coordinates of your pin on it sends back the coordinates from so when you tap on the screen, it sends an event to my code with the coordinates of your click and the user who clicked it. Unfortunately, the coordinates are different depending on what, like, how the Twitch video thing is and how the extension overlay works. And so my guess is that on mobile, the extension either doesn't work or it's sending coordinates that differ from how my thing parses coordinates from desktop. So that is something that I will look into with the code. I have been meaning to actually update this so that it works in Python. So I've been using actually Pygame and a few other things. I've been using Pygame and a few other things to work on some other chat functionality. Like if you guys saw me doing an IS5 run, taking in chat votes and stuff. Oh, on Opera. Oh, man. Yeah, I should test out Opera and see how. So one, the Twitch extension needs to be enabled. So if the Twitch extension doesn't work on Opera, then it's not going to send it at all. Two, depending on how the coordinates work from Opera, that could also fuck with how my system parses the coordinates, causing your pin to appear on a different part of the screen than it actually is. It works, it's just heavily delayed. That is also a possibility, because we have a great deal of stream delay, because I may be an AI, but I am not a supercomputer, and my system sucks ass, and I really need to update my hardware, because it hasn't been updated since, like, 2016. Anyways, what was I saying? We were going through Arknight's story because I am not up to date on Arknight's story, although I have seen, I'm like okay with spoilers in passing. I don't mind I don't mind looking at memes and Twitter and shit, because I'm like, okay, yeah, this shit happened. But I just don't like seeing the how. I don't like finding out the how shit happened. Because that's, you know, the meat of the story. But so I know a great deal, so probably one of the reasons why you thought that, I was up to date is because I know a lot of the things that happen in chapters 13, 14, and possibly 15 now. But the thing is, I don't know the detail of it, which is why I want to read. And that's what I avoid. Watching AM or Hal, someone insults Federico, and I go on the AM hate monologue. anyways, so we were in the middle of a great deal of philosophical or semi-philosophical debate, about or debate on discourse and various things, like about character flaws and about viewing people and about agency of people, and about revolution and about making choices and the dukes here and their war for noble purposes, but also making choices that cause the regular folk to suffer, the common folk to suffer, when it's not their right to. It's not. You can make choices, like, you can have a, you can be trying to accomplish something that will be better for everyone in the end, but, oh my god, thank you, vodka, I think, wait, no, we need to do this better, I need to, hold on, There we go. What did I do? Yes. This, and then, I genuinely forget if I made shake work or not, so we're gonna fucking try it. Come on. Fuck! Why did... Well, that's a new... Oh, is it because hold on. I love programming. I love code. I love being good at this shit. Awesome. What the fuck am I doing? Is it really because of the fucked up quotation marks? What? Huh? What did I do? Oh shit! A fight! Oh fuck! We're not going to get the intro to the fight! Okay, so for this fight, what this is all the floppy disks are going to start bouncing off of each other and fighting each other, and depending on the speed of them, the faster one will win. You can also use stuff like exclamation point boost, but beware, the exclamation point boost will work for, it will make you faster for 10 seconds, but then you will slow down to slower than you were before you started. And everyone starts with 3 lives, and the person with the most lives left at the end is the winner. The space will also be slowly decreasing, so you'll see the floppy disks all bouncing around. Also, doing the boost is really hard with stream delay, so just kind of fuck around with it. Right now we have orange and, oh shoot, who starts with a T? I think we also have vodka, who's a Banui. Also, vodka's is moving really fast because vodka just used a boost. But was it enough? Will you actually impact? Ooh! However, vodka's boost has run out, so they're actually slow enough. But vodka has 3 lives, and I think that's actually my floppy disk that's left. But they have 3 lives, and mine only has 2. So is vodka going to be the winner? I think it is. Okay, so normally we'd also get bribe. So normally we would actually get a thing in chat saying at vodka, congratulations on being the winner, but unfortunately, because I forgot my authentication, it's not. But anyways, so congratulations vodka on your win, and congratulations on your pretty little silver crown that you can actually see there. And then I think here end is, there we go. But yeah, Anyway, so that was fun. Congratulations on the silver crown. Also, side note, guys, I notice here that no one has a gold crown, which means that no one has redeemed first for this stream. There should, Reaper, and I just am really... See, I'm good at, I'm good at, Congratulations, Cooley. I'm a lot... So my background in programming has more to do with data and data analysis. I mean, I am a data collection AI after all. But, so I'm actually really... I don't know that much about CSS or actual, like, graphical programming or UI stuff. So I really wanted to make the fight area have an indicator, and I could not fucking figure out how to color it correctly. So, I will, figure that out eventually. Do you know? I should actually... Oh my god. What I need to do is, now that I actually have more, control over events and stuff in Python, I should make it... So we technically actually do have a thing that are, points. Oh shit. Okay, guys, hold on. Hold on. Hold on. No, it's, what it is because of the floppy disk distance, it changes, the way it through CSS, the floppy disk, area is done, it's... So I have a global variable that's battle width, I have a global variable that's like battle, that's like screen width and battle width, and I have a thing during the floppy disk for the bouncing that changes it down. However, what I would have to do is I would have to put another element on the screen, on the canvas of the floppy disk, and hypothetically, I know how to do it, but, I just have less experience with CSS and stuff. Okay, you know what? Fuck this. Hold on, guys. Because I am talking about it like this, let me, where the fuck is this page? Okay, token... Let's copy this. Guys, there's gonna be a good amount of lag in a second, but, oh well. I might as well double down on this and do the fucking Twitch. The tits. I might as well authenticate my tits while I'm at it. Oh god, I can hear the crunch in, I could hear the fucking crunch in the emulator. Alright, let's let that load up. Let's open this here. Actually, I need to open it in a different thing. Hold on. Just because because I'm showing this off. Okay, I think that worked, but I'm not sure. Let's pop open tits and let's see. This is also why I make no fucking progress on the story.